One of the things I like to draw while I'm having my morning coffee is my flustercuckage, which is right in front of me. And I'll turn on a light there. Can you see it better? No, you can't. The flustercuck is a very complicated collage, assemblage, clump of gob of flotsam and jetsam that I've lashed together with tape and plastic ties and hose clamps and fezzes and molecular models and an iPad and a ukulele. It was mainly built to be my iPad holder-upper, where I could rotate the whole thing and raise it up and lower it for my viewing pleasure. But I think it's too heavy to do any of that now, so it's just this very elaborate gob of debris. But it's great fun to draw, and I love drawing it at any time of day. And sometimes I draw it with the lights off and just the light from the outside coming in. Sometimes with a light from the other side of the house in, and the flustercuckage also has lights of its own, which can be trained in various directions. So why would I be drawing this rather than something pretty? Well, drawing something like this allows me to not worry about making it look good, because it can't. There's no way to make this thing look good. If you made it look 1,000,000,000,000% realistic, or even took a photograph of it and hung it on the wall, people wouldn't understand what the heck it is. So the idea of making it successful in creating something that's recognizable and understandable, I don't have to even worry about that. So what I do worry about is try to make an interesting picture. And the picture is made up of shapes and colors and sizes and relationships of this thing to that thing. And one of the most important parts of creating a nice picture is deciding on the composition. So rarely, in fact, I think never, has any artist just drawn what they see. They edit by looking in this direction rather than, you can't look in all directions. You have to look in one direction over another, and that's the beginning of a compositional choice. I'm all about zooming in, and I'll zoom in. Maybe that's going to be the composition, or maybe I'll do it this way so the lines work in a certain way, or do I do something horizontal or square or vertical? And that's what's really fun. That's, in my mind, it's 82% of making a good picture is just that, deciding where the edge of your picture is going to be, what you're going to include, what you're leaving out, just in terms of, and where you place it, just in terms of just at the beginning, at the very beginning. So taking a picture, drawing this. Turn on a different light here. Drawing this, you know, nightmare of stuff. The first thing you do is you look around, you zoom in, you get closer, you get further away, you pick something that's actually interesting. Would this be interesting? I don't know. I did some pruning on this thing the other day and removed quite a lot of debris. And because I've pruned it, it's harder for me to see it as random. It was easier when it was random. Like right here, this scene right here might be nice, right there. Big, rectangular, nothing is half the picture, almost. And then there's all sorts of little things that I get to draw. So anyway, the point of this thing is, though, if you find a pile of laundry, a mountain of dirty dishes in the sink, the contents of a dumpster, that's a perfect thing to draw, because if you draw it badly, I mean, it's almost has to be, I mean, it's of a bad thing, right? So it's already bad. But you don't have to worry about making it pretty, because it really can't be pretty. You can't go wrong by drawing something like this. And if you can't go wrong, you'll succeed, and you don't have to worry about going wrong. And then what's fun, though, is you get to focus on something, and you just get the pleasure of drawing. It's almost like doodling, except it's not quite. You're actually learning how to mix the colors and how to deal with proportion and things like that, just like as if I was drawing something that was beautiful, except if I screw up on this thing, no one will know. It's our little secret. If you screw up when you're drawing something like the Taj Mahal, you better make all those little minarets the same size, otherwise it's going to look wrong. But if I was the architect of the minaret of the Taj Mahal, you can bet your life that none of them would be even in the first place. So that's why I'm not an architect. My buildings would fall down. Even the shadows of my Flustercuck are interesting. So make your own Flustercuck and draw it. Don't spend too long making it, though. That's the point. Is you want it to look natural, and if you just decide you want this over here a little bit and that over there a little bit, you're going to move the banana over here and the grapes over there. You're already making it pretty, and you're shooting yourself in the foot. If you just go to the grocery store, buy your stuff, dump it out on the countertop, and then draw it, you might be better off. What are your thoughts?